A murdered mother, a prison soaked in blood, a haunted hotel room, and a bridge where drivers still hear a baby crying. This isn't just folklore, this is Oklahoma. And tonight, we're uncovering the most haunted places in the state. Welcome to the Dead Hour. Stone Line Inn, Guthrie, Oklahoma. Built in 1907, the Stone Line Inn was originally a funeral home. Let that sink in. Before it became a bed and breakfast, bodies were prepared inside the house, embalmed, displayed, mourned. One of the most repeated stories tied to the home involves a young girl named Augusta. Legend says she drowned in a bathtub inside the home. Guests today claim they hear running water in the upstairs bathroom, even when no one is staying there. One couple reported waking up at 3:17 a.m., the witching hour, to the sound of splashing. When they opened the bathroom door, the tub was dry. Another guest claims she felt someone tugging on her blanket in the middle of the night. She thought it was her husband. He was asleep beside her. Owners of the inn have openly embraced the paranormal reputation, but even they admit some nights feel heavier than others, especially in the room once used for funeral viewings. The Skirvin Hilton, Oklahoma City. The Skirvin Hilton opened in 1911, built by oil tycoon William Skirvin. It quickly became one of the most luxurious hotels in the region. But luxury doesn't erase scandal. Ask Marilyn Monroe. The legend centers around a maid named Effie. According to the story, she became pregnant by Skirvin. To hide the affair, she allegedly confined herself to the top floor, alone, isolated. Some versions say she jumped from the window in despair. Others claim she threw her baby. What makes the hotel different are the modern reports. In 2010, NBA players staying at the hotel publicly complained of strange activity. Some say they heard knocking on their doors in the middle of the night. When they opened them, no one was there. Guests have reported the sound of a baby crying, doors slamming, the sensation of someone just sitting on their bed. Housekeeping claims televisions just turn on by themselves, and the top floor still gives the employees chills. Dead Women's Crossing near Weatherford, Oklahoma. This isn't just a legend. This is a real murder. In 1905, Katie DeWitt James was found dead near a bridge outside Weatherford. Her throat had been cut, her body beaten. Her infant daughter was discovered nearby, alive. Her husband was accused. The trial became one of Oklahoma Territory's earliest headline grabbing case. But the evidence was shaky. He was convicted and then later released. To this day, the debate remains. But after her death, people started seeing her. Travelers reported a woman near a bridge wearing a white dress. Why do women ghosts always have to have white dresses on? I never understand that. Anyways, some say she appears holding something in her arm. Others say she is crying. Paranormal groups claim to have recorded EVPs of women whispering. Locals warn if you stop your car on the bridge at night, you might hear tapping on your windows. And if you look in your rearview mirror, she may be standing right behind you. To add to this, and the reason why I'm on Oklahoma, this wonderful person commented on one of my shorts, and I gotta share it. So let's read it together. There's a single-story hotel across the street. There's a gas station, and the hotel doesn't advertise itself as a clown hotel. But when you walk into the lobby, there's a whole bunch of antique clown pieces. Also scary. Each of the rooms are just Native American themed, though, like the wolves howling at the moons and dream catchers and stuff. They said, I got a room there one night, and you know when sometimes you first wake up, you have to orient yourself to find out where you're sleeping at. I had woken up because I felt my girlfriend had put her arm around me. So I went to roll over to put my arm around her and remembered I was traveling alone. No one was in the bed with me, but that sensation was super vivid. I still wasn't scared, though at first it was really comforting. I'd be on the next trip out of that hotel. That's just me. Oklahoma State Penitentiary, McAllister. Opened in 1908, nicknamed the Big Mac. This prison has seen riots, executions, and extreme violence. One of the bloodiest events occurred in 1973 during a major prison riot. Inmates were beaten, stabbed, some burned. Guards struggled to regain control. The prison's death row had housed dozens of inmates. Executions took place inside these walls for decades. Former correctional officers have reported hearing voices in empty cell blocks, seeing shadow figures standing behind the bars, feeling sudden cold spots near the execution chamber. One officer claimed he saw a man standing inside a locked cell at night. When he returned with backup, the cell was empty. But the security log showed no one has been moved. Some believe the energy here is residual. Others believe it's intelligent. Either way, the prison feels alive. Old Paws Valley Hospital. Abandoned in the early 2000s, this hospital has become a hotspot for paranormal investigators. Urban explorers claim that they've captured wheelchairs moving on their own, children laughing, echoing in the empty halls, dark figures darting between the rooms. One investigation team reported that during a spirit box session, a voice responded when clearly asked who's here. It answered, "Still working." Another investigator said she felt something grab her in the arm in what used to be the maternity ward. There were no loose wires, no debris falling, just pressure. And then it was gone. The Constantine Theater, Pawhuska, Oklahoma. Built in 1914, the Constantine Theater is one of the oldest theaters in Oklahoma. Actors claim they feel watched during rehearsals. Stage lights have flickered on without power. Footsteps have been heard in the balcony when no one is there. One performer said she saw a man standing near the stage curtains in period clothing. When she looked again, he was gone. Staff members sometimes refer to him as the critic, because when performances go wrong, the activity increases. Oklahoma may look quiet, but beneath the plains are funeral homes that never emptied, hotels where scandals ended in tragedy, bridges stained by murder, prisons soaked in violence, and hospitals where something still walks the halls. They're not just stories, they're locations you can visit, and maybe that's what makes it worse. If you survived Oklahoma, subscribe to my channel. Comment what state you want me to do next. Next, we move to another state, another set in the shadows, another story that refuses to die. And remember, some places aren't abandoned, they're still occupied.